Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall is just gone 10 o'clock, 3 minutes past 10 on Wednesday night. Back with a look at day one of Aintree 2024. And I have a couple from Limerick. Tomorrow is Students' Day in Limerick. And I got an email today from Owen Myers. And he was looking for a bit of help tomorrow. He said he's a long time follower of the channel, passenger on the bus, and we'll try and help him. There was 10,000 in Leopardstown, someone told me this evening, and there'll be a big crowd in Limerick as well tomorrow. All the west of Ireland, there'll be buses of plenty heading for Limerick. So enjoy the day and stay out of trouble. Bring your wheelbarrows. We hadn't much luck today. Made the criminal error first, but not staying with the bus horse that won for us twice last year, Mr. Rango. The other one hadn't the toe, needs 2 mile, won a maiden in the stole at 1.5 miles and took all his time to win hurl. Yeah, it was a bad shout that. Dimbe broke last out of the stall. That was him. Gooshed, and the one that got away needs probably 9 furlongs. Closing all right, but hadn't the toe. I thought it might have that the other ones, but the other ones were just faster over the first 6 furlongs, and he was staying on all right. But we'll get a race out of him. He steps up to 9 on the. I think the turf suits him better than the all weather, and the one tonight something similar. Competitive field at the back of the pack. The bird had flown on the inside. That hadn't run since last October. Jess Hughes' yard is on fire. I didn't check to see anything at Chelmsford tomorrow. But anyway, today is out of the way. I was at the funeral today. I was in the church half an hour before Mass. Big crowd at it. Met a few that I hadn't met in a few years. I thought they might be going to Boyle, but there's nothing in Boyle, so they were going to Kilronan and Castle. I had 1 pint in. Had the dinner first, and it was bought for me. Gerri from the Corner House Bar in Ballymote was sitting by the counter when I went in eating his bacon and cabbage, and he bought my dinner, bacon and cabbage, and insisted on sherry trifle with custard, cream, and ice cream. Big bowl, all for me. Walloped it into me very lively, and a cup of tea afterwards. So thanks, Gerri, for that. That's a great place for anyone passing through Boyle for a bit to eat, as the Creeveen. Alan Emmett, he'd be a son of Gerri Emmett, that used to play for Scammon years ago. Massive dinner, top class, €13. Big difference what I was paying for lately. £19 for above in Belfast for fish and chips. You would need a toothpick after it. But a great place to eat. Young couple, they need all the assistance they can get, I suppose. Anyway, rattle on to tomorrow. I'm going to look at the 2 races in Limerick first. Get it out of the way. One is... It's a horse that I tipped up a couple of times before, the Big Cloud. I think tomorrow is sort of last chance saloon for this. It has been rested. It was in a couple of times, but didn't get a run. Meetings called off. But it was gambled on. They know that it's well handicapped. It was gambled on. It's 94 now, when it was 86. That's going to be £8 now. But it's gambled on that from 16-1 into 13-8 favourite. It found 1 too many for it. Kitsilano. And then went all 6-4 favourite the next time. Ran bad the last day in Naas, so we'll throw out that one, and hopefully tomorrow might be its day that it'll be a staying race tomorrow. The favourite JPM, solid chance as well, but I'm going for that one. And then in the 310, now this is a risky one, but there's a race in this if the handbrake is off. depending on the location of it tomorrow. And that's San Aer. We won on it in Galway on heavy ground last year of 77 on hot deep ground. It absolutely flew up the hill and hosed up. That was the 30th of October, rating of 77. Then it ran off 86. Ran very well, I thought, into the bigger handicap in towards the end of the year. Saltonstall, the classier race, ran well, only beaten 3 lengths. 3 runs in over hurls to get Imaire, beaten 36 lengths, 240 lengths, and 21. And then has a pipe opener there in the Curragh. So if you look at it, that it's 86 over hurl or on the flat, add 40 to that, it should be 126. It's 104. So it's well in. Depending on the location of the handbrake, I'd say tomorrow, it's well handicapped, and it's young enough yet. What is it? 6, isn't it? 6-year-old, yeah. So there's only 8 in it. Well, you could back it each way, I suppose, at the price of 11-2. If the dead age stays, I hope they don't pull out one. There is another handicap hurl. It's a tricky one. Well, they're all tricky handicap hurls. Getaway Master is a strong favourite. That went up, hosed up the last day. Went up £12, but Danny Mullins rode it the last day as a £7 claimer, so really it's only £5 higher. But I thought Grace Faraday had a marked down each way, but if you get an each way price on that, even 9-2 back at each way. Now, best of luck, Owen. On to tomorrow, the first race at Aintree, Novices Chase, Group 1, Grade 1. Won by Banbridge last year. If you see there, the going, good to soft, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and then it was good and it's going to soft. You never see it soft to heavy, heavy in places, and apparently it's raining over there tonight as well. If we take the Cheltenham race into consideration, Ginny's Destiny and Grey Dawning went out in front and had a royal battle up front. That could position itself for Etait Temps to pick the pieces up in the last couple of furlongs. So that's my selection. And I think this is better than at a trip, 2.5 miles, than it is over 2. And the twice it has been beaten this year, in this year's campaign, it was beaten by Gaelic Warrior. And in Cheltenham it was beaten 13.25 lengths, because it's not fair enough. But on heavy ground in Limerick, it's only 5 lengths behind in the Grade 1 at Christmas there. So if you take that in, like, I know the same races and different track and everything, but it won the Arkle in the Dublin Racing Festival as well, and it needed all the energy at the end. So that's my selection in the first race when going with Willie. And I just look at the race and I try to make a judgment call each time. What's happening here? Now he's gone. Problems with the thing, resolve it. No, he's gone. Oh, damn it. Hope they're gone for good. Anyway, on to the next race. I'm going to give a selection every race, but it's up to yourselves whether you agree or disagree. I see we had a disagreement with Jim Crowley, and people who has opinions, so I don't mind. Here, what's the story with Sergino is the big question. hasn't ran, and the story with Henderson's yard. If you look at Kargese was second in the Triumph to Majborough. He won at the Dublin Racing Festival. It's getting to £7 tomorrow. And I'd prefer to go 5 to 6, 10 to 11 for Kargese without the favourite than the same price for Sergino to win it. So you'd have two shots at it then. But Kargese is no slouch, and Willie sends over only one horse there, and you'd imagine that he could have sent 2 or 3. So Kargese without the favourite, it'd be the priority bet or the solid bet. But if Sergino was drifting, then you know that mightn't be tuned up, or I don't know. It's hard to call it, like. But the safest ploy to make a pound on the race is to bear Kargese without the favourite. On to the William Hill Bowl. If you look at the same imponderables are here, you have Shishkin, winner of the King George. Wouldn't have it won only would have won the King George. I should have said if it didn't tip up, but it has refused. It has unseated. It has done a lot of things down through the years. Gerri Colombe was second in the Gold Cup. I'm on Gerri. 7 to 4. What's all this shit tonight coming up? And it improved his run from Christmas. It was kept fresh for to try and beat Gallopin. There was no one going to beat Gallopin that day. I think Gerri Colombe is the winner of that. On to the 3:30. If you look at the numbers there, Bob Ollinger is a pound higher, 161, but he has got them he was 157, he got them for the couple of wins. Now he did beat Aintree Path the last time when they met, but Aintree Path went out in front that day to try and beat Stateman. That didn't happen. There'll be different tactics tomorrow. I think there'll be Aintree Path, I think, is the better horse. It's a 6-year-old. I know Bob Ollinger won for us, has 3 times, I think, won for us. But I always look, when it comes to the Grade 1 races, to try and pick the winner. The sentiment goes out the window. So Aintree Path is gone favourite there now. It was 7 to 4. Bob Ollinger was favourite earlier, the last couple of days. But I think Aintree Path, Townend, it'll be American Ollinger tomorrow, and I think that's the pick. We go on to the Fox Hunters. They can't call it the Fox Hunters in Cheltenham, but they can here. Why is that? It's on the line, was second in Cheltenham. This trip, I'd say it suited better. It fell last year. I think it's second top rated in the race. There's a 142, isn't there? Yeah, Animix. Animix ran okay in the Topham there a couple of years ago, but the twice that it ran against it's on the line, it didn't even finish. There's an interesting horse down here. It hasn't ran for 64 days. It looks like it has been kept for this bypass. It's Tea Clipper. If you look at that horse now, it's 9-year-old, but it's rated 132. But this time, 12 months or 13 months ago, which was rated 147. It ran 6th to Corrick Rambler. It was beaten the last days 11-2 on shot. But that might run all right for anyone that wanted a horse at a big price. It's 20-1. On to the 440. A horse that we backed in Cheltenham and I had it backed at 10-1 was San Aer. But I don't know, it's just it makes too many mistakes and it's not simple. I thought a solid bet in the race was Path Doroux. It's gone up £2 for being third in Cheltenham in the Grand Annual. The winner, Unexpected Party, went up what did Unexpected Party go up? He's £6 better off anyway, and he's only a 7-year-old. Cromwell does well on the ones he sends over. I think that was a solid each way bet. Path Doroux. I'm just giving up sort of on San Aer. And in the bumper, I was very impressed with Honky Tonk Highway when it won in Sandown. It's a good. I love the breadth of a mare across the front, above the legs, the chest area, and she ran green and she pulled her way up the hill. And this trip tomorrow, the 2 miles one, I think should suit her. She actually beat, if you see there, she beat that Diva Luna in point to point. And Diva Luna came out and was impressive for Ben Pauling. That was last October. So both of them has won listed races since, including Baby Kate has won 2 in Cheltenham, which has put away for it. But I just thought that this one, because if you look at Diva Luna, only bet Listen to Your Heart. Listen to Your Heart was actually coming back that day towards the finish. Baby Kate won in Cheltenham in November, wasn't it? Yeah, put away for this. Soft ground. On a bumper in Ballinrobe. But I'm on Honky Tonk Highway. Could be a Honky Tonk Angel. Anyway, there's the selections for tomorrow. Enjoy the day's racing and I'll be back tomorrow night. Bash the bookies, over and out.